Let's see if it works. Yes, I think we're live. Thanks everyone for joining for the video on demand of the live stream, or if you're already in the chat here. Thanks for joining. I have some internet issues, so let's hope that doesn't like translate into the React stream. Hey Dennis, thanks always for joining. Are we live? I think so, right?
Yeah, I think so. Seems to be live for me, at least. Chat, how we doing? Yeah, I am frozen on the stream, but that's okay. Nobody came to the stream to look at my face anyway. We're here for Cyberpunk.
I think you're good now. It should be good now. Yeah, you should be good now.
There we go. Yeah.
Hey, thanks everyone. Damn. Yeah, so I hope everything goes. Internet, of course, great the whole week, great the whole year actually, and then now when CD Projekt Red decides to showcase new gameplay, increase volume, please. I think should be good. Thanks everyone for joining, as always, for choosing our stream to watch the live stream with us. If you got audio things that you're like, hey, increase that, let us know. And Dennis, thanks always for joining, because I really like doing these with you. And what do you expect? I think we do know some things that we can watch here, right?
Yeah. This is the one about vehicles, everybody. So we're gonna see a lot of cars, a lot of motorbikes. I think they already shared a little clip on Twitter about a sort of armored van or something that looked really cool. So I'm expecting to see a lot of different vehicles. And of course, also the last stream they scrapped a little bit just before they went live. They said we're not talking about the music this week. So curious to see if that will show up this week or if they just scrapped that altogether.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. From the looks of it, this might be a shorter one, because generally they announce all the topics they are going to talk about beforehand.
I hope post-launch.
Yeah,
that we get like some
secret then.
Yeah, that we get like some DLC here. That we know that they're of course doing free content post-launch, and I would imagine that this is the final one before launch. You would think, although doing it now, they do have an option to like go live the week before launch as well with another show. So maybe that's like where you talk about post-launch. But yeah, like you said, soundtrack. So far, what we've been hearing in trailers sounds very cool. Vehicles is not. We know that there are vehicles. I like seeing the gameplay of them riding around and seeing that in the Badlands, like, and how different that all is. But like vehicles for me is not like the most exciting part. Why I'm looking forward to this game. But
what I do think is fair to note is that vehicles were one of the two big parts that were critiqued somewhat from the demo build. So it was melee combat and vehicles that got the most critique. So maybe they improved upon that a lot, and they really want to show it off to sort of ease people's mind that they have listened to feedback from those demo sessions, and to sort of show off how much the game has improved, because that's what we've been seeing continuously with these new gameplay segments. Even the upgrade from the Russian Night City Wire the Tokyo Game Show to the Russian Night City Wire, which were like, what, 2 weeks apart? Maybe less even.
Yeah, but
and there were already some things fixed in that previous footage, like V's hand glitching through Jackie. That was fixed.
Yeah.
So it might just then be sort of weird flex, but okay, showing off how much they improved the vehicle gameplay. I don't know.
That's overall like really the thing. We're living in a day and age where we're seeing games way more often through these streams now, and through like different sort of like normally with like real life events, they have like this dedicated small piece of gameplay that they then put out during a press conference that's like super polished, but then all the other things are kind of like not really shown. And now you really see sort of the improvements they make, because every month we're kind of checking in with this game to see what is going on. And yeah, that was interesting with the Tokyo Game Show, and with Assassin's Creed Valhalla in a way recently as well, how that has been improved. I want to thank Imdaja. Can you try and pronounce it? Do you have the YouTube chat open as well?
Imdasic, I think.
Thanks for the membership. I appreciate it.
And also thank you, Chocolate Bar 007, for the sub over on Twitch.
Ooh.
That's also really appreciated.
Yes, we're ready. Ready. 1 minute. I'm gonna say I like the last one the most. I hope I'm wrong, but I think this one will be a little less exciting because of the topics. But maybe the music blows me away. Or they normally do 2 topics. They normally do 2 gameplay topics and then sort of a thing in the middle. So we know vehicles. Last time it was the world and gangs. Before that it was like guns and like the life path. So what is the third one? What is like that other gameplay topic here? Or maybe it will be, like you said, a shorter stream. But I don't know. It's either
a shorter one, but I still think that what you said about them announcing post-launch now, I think that's something they would keep a secret.
Maybe. Yeah.
And I think that can happen. If it's not that, I'm guessing either skills and skill trees, or that's where they fit in the music segment they were going to do last stream.
I'm curious how the music segment is like that different from what they already kind of did with the samurai band. I hope it's not too similar. Hey Joe, groetjes. Well, groetjes terug. What will happen during this event? So to give you a quick rundown, if you just joined, obviously new Cyberpunk gameplay. That's always exciting. New developer interviews. Focus on the vehicles, the soundtrack, and maybe something else, but we don't know what that will be. But we will likely start with the vehicles, then the soundtrack, and then maybe nothing, maybe something else. But on the other hand, we're 1 month away now from launch. They gotta ramp up the marketing.
Yeah.
And we're getting into it right now. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I'm gonna put up the volume a little bit for if people like. Let me know. Give me feedback. So.
You don't believe in no fate. Every day digging the grave. Stepping up here with the stakes. City of dreams. City of.
Welcome to Night City Wire Episode 4, the show from us at CD Projekt Red, where we talk about all things Cyberpunk 2077. We're going to start today's episode by giving you a look at just some of the vehicles you might procure during your time in Night City, and having a chat to senior vehicle artist Paul, who's going to give us a little bit more information before we take you behind the scenes and a look at the lengths the teams have gone to bring vehicles to life. We're also going to have news on an exciting collaboration. Then we're going to be talking about fashion and
really
styles
cool.
in Night City
Nice.
before we recap the
that's the
incredibly
second topic.
talented finalists in our Cyberpunk cosplay contest. We'll then wrap up today's episode with some news about Stadia.
So you can just sign up for the
There
app
is
now.
a lot to
Should
talk
stop
about.
dissing on people who have Stadia.
Let's get started.
We can end the
Sorry.
stream early.
Also, I think I might have an idea what that exciting collaboration might be, because they've already been hinting about that on Twitch.
Okay.
But we'll see. We'll see.
Motorcycle
In a
brand?
huge open world like
No,
Night City,
car
you need a
brand,
chill
Porsche
ride to
specifically.
get around fast. And in Cyberpunk 2077, there are tons of cool vehicles to choose from.
Get this. 4-liter engine, 6-cylinder, goes from 0 to 100 in 3.2 seconds. You fucking believe that?
We've crafted every car and motorbike with amazing attention to detail. On the chassis, the body, not to mention the interiors. You can expect every one not only to look unique, but to deliver a unique driving experience.
So basically, they put Forza
All right,
Horizon
show me what
in
you
this
got.
game.
Don't expect advanced tech or
Forza
luxurious
New
materials here. Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Okay, this is gonna be my main vehicle.
Yeah. Oh my god. You can
This
actually
class is mostly utility vehicles and low-end clunkers made for every pocket.
Hold on. It's a wreck.
My damn wreck.
This is like GTA
Well,
all over
definitely
again. Like
no
every
guy or
stream
girl
I'm more
back.
like this
Yeah.
GTA.
If you need to impress, look to
Just
this
take
class
a moment
alone.
to appreciate the design work they put into this.
I'm putting my ride on the line.
So
Either
much
you match it in
variety,
cash,
and they all look so
or you can
unique.
forget about the fight.
Like, I'm gonna have serious troubles picking which one I want.
With these wheels, no
Likely
expense has
starting
been
out
spared, no frill ignored.
With the
Their
small,
plush interiors decked
the
out in
square
all
on
the
wheels.
latest tech, while you get to sit back and enjoy the ride.
Third person view
Masterful
for me.
engineering and practical design. Trucks
Hell yeah.
and tanks for when you need power and brute force.
Hell of a machine.
Meat beast, my pride and joy.
And these monsters are literally unstoppable. These are for chooms who love the smell of exhaust and the roar of street wildlife. Their powerful engines and exchangeable parts make them perfect for tuning.
Come on! I want to smell that choo-choo burn!
I'm really afraid for the frame drops on
Whether
like,
it's
older
street
consoles.
racing, running from the NCPD,
Oh, definitely.
or just showing off in the streets, with these high-powered beasts, you will have only respect.
Oh yeah, like that!
If you need speed and armor, the Hypercar class is for
Please,
you.
please,
It
thank
means
you.
precise bodywork, built-in LiDAR arrays, and really expensive materials.
Imagine you're sitting on a pile of eddies. Probably less than 1,000 people in the world can afford the Erendite.
Not your typical urban vehicle.
Yeah, Space Dog looks
They
a ton
will
like
take you
GTA, and
places
also
you never
that
dreamed
take-out
you'd
ability,
go.
right? Grabbing someone, throwing
Oh,
it
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
and
yeah.
original vehicles are not
Exactly.
all you'll find in 2077. We also found room on our roster
Yeah.
for some true automotive icons.
There we go.
V.
I do think it's cool that you're sort of seeing the whole manufacturer thing again, that they also
Yeah,
did with
yeah.
the weapon.
Paul, thank you so much for joining us. I think it's fair to say we've come a really long way from Roach in The Witcher, so there's a lot to talk about.
Like
Yep.
we have cars in
There's lots to talk
GTA, but
about.
this
What do you
like
wanna talk
next level.
Well, let's start
in
with the
terms
various
of,
classes of
variety.
different
This
cars.
is
because
literally
in the
next
video
gen
we saw there were things
GTA.
like economy and luxury vehicles. But can you tell us a bit more about their kind of design philosophy? What does each kind of class offer when people are driving them around Night City?
Absolutely. Depending on the variation of the car that you're either buying or stealing, depending on your flavor, yeah, you'll notice that they don't just look different, but they'll also drive different and feel different. If you're buying or stealing a nice fancy looking sports color version of a car, you'll notice that it drives, faster, sounds a little bit more punchy and sporty than, for example, a junkier version of that same car. It can have solar panels tied to the roof or some other pipes that are hot wiring some other, cyberpunk components in your car. And well, if it looks cheap, it probably drives cheap too.
So it seems that not only do the cars look good on the outside, but there's an awful lot of detail on the inside as well. Things like the dashboard. So can you tell us more about that? Because I know if you find a Quadra Type 66 in the city, it's going to look totally different from the Quadra Type 66 that the gang's are driving out in the Badlands, both outside and inside.
Yep, definitely. If you're about to steal a very nice high-end car, for example, when you get in, you'll see the dashboard light up nicely. You'll see your dial indicators revving a little bit. But that may not exist for a junk version at all. It may have the dashboard ripped out completely. No matter what your flavor is, you'll find something that suits your needs.
So what about racing then? Will there be racing? Because I know people have been asking.
Yes, we're absolutely going to have several races in the game. Different locations, if you know you're going to be driving in the Badlands. Maybe bring a Nomad car, because it's just built to driving in the Badlands. But if you know you're going to be racing in Night City, just bring the hottest wheels you've got, because you're going to need all the power you can get. No matter where you're racing though, you need to bring a gun, because this is Night City and you never know what's going to happen.
Okay, so you talk
Mario
about bringing
Kart
cars then.
18
Let's talk
plus.
about like storing
Yeah.
and calling cars, because we
Mario
know
Kart
people
with rocket
can
launchers.
steal.
Yeah.
But what if somebody's found a car and they absolutely love this particular one? Is there a way for players to kind of build that collection? And then how do they actually, summon them?
Well, summoning cars works pretty much the same as you would summon Roach in The Witcher 3. Your transportation may or may not show up on a roof somewhere.
Thank God they
but,
kept that.
We're still working on fixing some bugs here and there. But yeah, if there's a car that you really, really like very much, if you can't wait to own a Quadra or a Type 66, you'll get a message from your fixer and says, hey, I've got a Quadra for sale for you, you want to buy it? All you have to do is drive over, pay the money, and you've got your very own Quadra. Not to mention that every single vehicle that you buy, every single player vehicle, is absolutely unique in every way. It's got a unique interior, unique exterior, paint job. It'll sound different, but it'll also handle different.
So in the video, we did mention there was space for a true automotive icon. Do you want to reveal what that actually is?
There they go.
Of course. The car in question here is Johnny Silverhand's car. And Johnny Silverhand is, well, he's a big rocker boy and he needs some wheels to match. So we gave him a 911 Porsche from 1977, which means In 2077, Johnny's car is going to be exactly 100 years old.
Well, Paul, thank you so much for your time today. Personally, I think I'm going to try and balance being a super cool badass mercenary and driving a Mai Mai, because I love that little car. I think I could do it, right? I could be cool and in a Mai Mai.
Definitely. Mai Mai is absolutely cool as long as you stay on the road and not on the sidewalk.
I'll try my very best. We'll see. In past episodes, we've said that music plays a huge part in
so what is then the third
life,
part, right?
But it's not just
now
music.
and then...
Our teams went
No, it's
to
not music. This is
incredible
sound.
lengths to recreate and capture
Yeah,
But
sure.
they're doing,
sounds that
and then
really
style.
bring
So I
these
think they're
vehicles
going
to
to
style,
talk about
yeah, style.
clothing
I mean,
options,
they might
which
have had some fun
I'm
driving them,
definitely excited for
but
that.
I'm pretty sure that's just a perk of the job.
Also, that car, the Mai Mai, is it called? That's my new favorite thing in the game. I'm getting one as soon as possible.
We of course saw the sort of summon a car icon already in like the shortcut.
Yeah.
So with the D-pad, you just summon a car and then it could end up on the roof.
On the roof. I hope it does.
But that's so weird that this game is out in a month.
The visuals, and then we wanted to.
They have this huge system. They just
proper
revealed,
sound
like,
to the visuals,
with all
so
the
that
Yeah.
you have like a nice feeling or the nice vibe of the complete car. And then we moved on to organizing the whole thing. Early on, we made the decision that we are going to record on the racetracks, and then we are going to record cars in movement. We started cooperation with Tomek Chopik, who is like very, very well-known racing driver in Poland. That's really a nice sensation when you're driving with a racing driver and then he pushes the car to the limits. Like you can feel the G.
He's going crazy. The other guy's like,
tight
Yeah.
corners, and you can feel the car
Trying
actually
not to
like
throw off.
bending the laws of physics. We wanted to record
For a second,
a broad
I thought this was
spectrum of
game,
cars,
like,
so
you know,
we started with the powerful muscle
And you would
cars,
be
and
forgiven.
then we went
PlayStation
to,
6.
More screaming tuned sixes, inline
Officially
sixes, and
announced.
then we went to V10s. We wanted to grab the off-road cars. We of course grabbed some drift cars, just to have the more aggressive character in the cars. We had to assemble a sound group or a sound team that would make the placing of the mics process very, very fast because we had plenty of cars to do in a short time span.
We had the team of mechanics from a rally team, and they helped us immensely. What they've done, they've allowed us to put the microphones into places that we wouldn't be able to access differently. Putting a mic right into the car, they helped us to locate the places that are best.
Usually place 3 microphones in the engine bay, 3 microphones
I'm not sure
in
if
the
every
exhaust, and 2
game that
microphones
just has
in
like
the car. Cars are very,
as
very
a
complex in
means for
terms of sound,
transportation
and
goes this crazy.
it's very difficult to get all the
No, but that's what
necessary components
continues to
that you
astound
have to
me.
have
Yeah,
to make
yeah,
it
yeah.
sound
Attention to
believable.
But we
detail
were trying
is...
to look for something that would give
Like,
us
this
the
is
character of the engine.
Racing game level, I think. Like I'm not like, I don't know how, for example, I mean GTA must have done this.
Yeah.
Games like Mafia or something, are they really like going to cars and like scrapping?
We wanted to use normal
No, I think you
organic,
can get away with stock
electric
sounds in a
engine
game
that
like
you could
that.
actually have in the nowadays car.
We didn't want the engines to
Now
be
imagine this in like
futuristic
half a year with
sci-fi
the
sounding. We want them
3D
much
audio.
more organic,
Oh,
much
yeah.
more down to earth, something that would represent the combustion engine. And on top of that, we added small elements like the futuristic horns or like a futuristic UI of a car. It makes you feel like you are in a car of the future, and some car might talk to you, other car might have blips and bobs that will make you feel like you're in a futuristic vehicle.
We wanted to be very, very close to what Mike set up in the lore. And early on, we decided to record Johnny's original car, which is Porsche 911 930 from 1977.
We recorded on dyno in control environment in a chamber. We could put Mike in very different places. Porsche 930 that we recorded is the only car really that will be really sounding like the real car in the real world.
GTA sounds are mad stocks as Josie as well. Did not even
Okay.
know that.
We recorded more
This
than
is why they
GTA
delayed.
does
Not
it.
often
Yeah.
do we record so many vehicles for
They
a
get the
game that is
Windows
not
sounds
really
just
a
right.
racing game.
truth being told, this was the hardest part in my sound career, and I'm very, very proud of what we achieved with the sound team. This was something that we didn't do before, so creating the designs, creating the technology behind how the
But
sound
like with
behaves,
the
that's
stories,
the best thing,
like
actually,
sure
I've
it
ever
is
did
like
in my
part
sound
of like
career.
one particular department. Like with the stories of Crunch coming out of CD Projekt Red, I'm like, this would have been something that I'm like, okay, you can go crazy, but maybe this is not really necessary.
There has been a
I
lot
think
of
it's
talk
still
about
time better
cars
spent
so
than
far.
the
So
whole
let's take a look at another
horse
collaboration.
testicle debacle
This
from
Oh,
Red
yeah,
Dead,
yeah,
though.
Johnny Silverhand.
That's right.
I mean, Keanu
I think
Reeves.
this has more value.
Hey, Keanu.
Smell.
Hey,
Yeah.
he's here.
Johnny Silverhand's here to
Travel.
drive his own car, I guess, or just a motorbike.
First the motor.
Journey.
I mean, I can't disagree with the
Freedom.
guy.
No, it's not like
Deeper.
deep.
I'm Guard Hollinger,
I'm Keanu Reeves.
and we're here as representatives of Arch Motorcycle, and we're doing some audio recording for Cyberpunk 2077.
So is this then what like
No, I think it was
brand?
the Porsche.
Arch
I
Motorcycle
don't know. I
is
thought
a
it was the Porsche.
custom production motorcycle company. What's unique about it is that the motorcycles are built on a production platform, but each one is designed
We're looking
to
at
be
an
able to be
advertisement
personalized
for
each
motorcycles.
customer.
I feel like we somehow missed something and we're suddenly watching an episode of Top Gear instead
yeah.
of.
Maybe they do that like
CD
crazy
Projekt
twist
Red
and
approached
this was
me
all
about doing
in game,
Cyberpunk
and then it's like
2077,
okay.
They also spoke about integrating. They were fans of or I guess people who worked at the company were fans of Arch Motorcycle, and so they broached the idea of creating kind of specialized Cyberpunk 2077 version of the Arch Motorcycle, and I thought that was a very fine idea.
We have a motorcycle we've designed and we've been developing called the Method 143, and so that I think in particular was a creative
I think we
inspiration.
can pre-order
for the
this as
designers,
well,
so
like
they sort of
after the
use that
show,
as a
Dennis.
basis
So
and
I'm
then
not
went
sure if you
further.
got some
So
money
it has
laying around,
totally
but
different, crazy
I
looking
think a
power plant.
driving license for one of these is gonna be a bigger problem. You know, just
right?
get it already for when you
Today
eventually
we
do
were
get it.
capturing sounds, getting some actual sounds of a power plant, drivetrain, and characteristics of the motorcycle, which I'm sure they will, have play with and stuff. But the source will be pure.
It has a sort of a
Danny
racing
mentioned,
engine.
yeah, I'm sure it picks up
production
the sounds,
motorcycles.
but
It has
it kind of
a
looked weird. The
dual
guy
exhaust
like
system,
"Hey,"
and it sounds
moving the
pretty-
microphone.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I could definitely blindfolded tell that that's the Method 143-ish sounding motorcycle. Yeah.
Is this Keanu's motorcycle? No, it's not his.
No, I don't think so.
Hey, we got some gameplay too now.
So I guess this is the easiest way to view your character in third person then.
Oh yeah. We already see some cool jackets.
Nature
and
of
we'll
the role-playing
see more
aspect
about
of
that
the game.
soon.
I think it'll be cool, like to be on a bike and hearing that going through the city streets and getting into the madness and mayhem.
Okay, but we're still watching the game.
As with all episodes of Night City Wire, if you're tuning in late or if you just want to watch anything again, we will be uploading everything to our channels soon. Now it's time to talk about styles in Night City. Are you more kitsch or neo-militarism?
I think this has the potential to be very exciting.
Yeah. But I'm still like, it's still close. I want to see like armor in a way as well, if that makes sense. Maybe it's too much to ask for. It doesn't make sense for this type of game. But
Welcome to the brief authoritative history of Night City.
Yeah,
armor-ish.
This chapter is devoted to so-called styles, deeply linked with the history of the world,
Hey, new
and a
look
very
at,
important aspect of life in the city. You can find them everywhere, In cars, clothes, guns, implants. They are your war paint. As one of our sponsors says, it matters not if you're dead, as long as you're doing it in style.
The moves on this girl. Swoosh, swoosh, slicing them up like sashimi.
4 visual styles are evident in the Night City of 2077, each with its own history, status, and features. Neon hair, illuminated tattoos, and chrome. Function comes second. Looks are what matter.
Moxie, hey, Justin Bieber.
Good spot.
Stanley here with you.
Maybe that's the
and we
sponsor.
got another day ahead of us in this city of dreams.
The Fourth Corporate War broke out, and entropism was born. Vast and deep crises forced people to find ways to survive by any means. Getting the job done, no matter how, was the primary goal. The look? Who cares?
I love this town. Love it like you might love a mother who popped you out on the steps of an orphanage once and now stops you to ask if you got a smoke for her.
Fuck them, fuck this job, fuck this city.
Deadly elegance without ostentation.
Bring it.
Corporate militaristic fashion, mostly seen in the wealthier parts of town. Substance over style, that's the motto.
That's actually some nice upgraded gameplay.
Celebrities, braindance stars, business magnates, heirs to corporate fortunes and corporate executives. They abandoned the cold, deadly elegance of neo-militarism and returned to the roots of kitsch, but gave it a fresh, new look.
Oh shit, these hands. Sometimes it seems like I just brushed something and sparks fly.
Thank you for your attention. We wish you a very pleasant stay in our marvelous metropolis. Good luck, and goodbye.
NC's Legends. Know where you'll find most of them? The graveyard. Luckily, matters not where you're from, matters not where you start. What matters here is the walk you walk.
What's this then?
Seems like we were like seeing things through Jackie's eyes in some parts.
Yeah.
Just before this episode started,
Brain
you
dance
might have
with
tuned in early and seen our
Could be.
Cyberpunk cosplay contest finale. But just in case you've missed it, we've prepared a little summary for you featuring our very talented finalists. In the Cyberpunk cosplay contest, we asked our very talented community
It was
to
cool,
cosplay a character
the
from
styles,
the game
but
based
they showed
on
a lot
art,
of old footage,
screenshots,
concept
videos,
art.
cosplay
Yeah.
guides, etc.
A lot of
And
artwork that
regular
already
trophies
showed up
weren't quite
from the
cool enough, so we
the world of
decided that the
Cyberpunk.
top 3
Yeah.
will receive detailed
Definitely.
props based on weapons from the game.
And I want
They
to
have
see, I
been
want to know the
specifically made for
stats
this
as well.
occasion,
Like, I think there's a
and
visual
winners can
customization
do with
system,
them as
but
they please.
Mhm.
And
Like-
now,
Yeah, I
the
think they
12
confirmed that in one of the
Cyberpunk cosplayers
interviews.
who
Yeah.
have competed for first place
That
in
the
the
looks
first
and
official
stats are
Cyberpunk
separate.
2077 cosplay
But
contest.
don't you think that,
Are you
for
ready to
example,
meet
one
them?
particular style also has like particular stats? Like, I want to know that stuff as well.
I'm not sure if I remember it 100% correct, but I do think that they discussed that you can just put mods on specific armor, and that sort of changes how it operates. So if that were the case, and if I am remembering it correctly, that would mean that stats are in no ways tied to the armor. You can just put whatever stats you want on whatever armor. But if that's not the case, I do agree that like maybe even yeah. I mean, let's be honest, all of them are great, but
Yeah.
he made a mech.
Yeah.
But I do think it would make sense for maybe even like wearing specific gang outfits to, I don't know, kind of kind of like Ghost had with the Mongol armor, where you are able to stealth easier when you are wearing clothes that belong to that faction or something.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Now, before we wrap up today's episode,
Stadia.
there is one more
Come
thing
on,
to
give me
talk
that
about.
Stadia news.
Previously,
Okay, thanks
we
everyone for
announced
watching.
that Cyberpunk 2077 was coming to Stadia, and today we can tell you that it is arriving on November 19th alongside
Whoa,
other
Google paid
platforms,
that money.
and pre-orders are starting now.
Oh my god, get your mobile phone.
Is almost over, but if you do want just a little bit more, then stay tuned right here on the Twitch channel and
That's for
join
their
us
post
for
show.
our post show. As always, don't forget that if you've missed anything
I'm
or if
still
you just want to watch again,
listening
we will be
for-
uploading everything to our channels shortly, and
See?
we'll be back with Night City Wire episode 5 soon. You know what, actually, there is one more thing we're going to show you.
Okay.
There we go.
To the diner.
DLC trailer, I think.
Oh, just a new cinematic.
So what do you want? Supercar?
Or is it live
Big
action?
house? You want to rule this city? Well, you ain't getting anywhere without an upgrade. You need a softer touch, stronger spine, because taking over Night City ain't gonna be easy.
Yeah, the marketing is starting.
Yeah.
This is an advertisement trailer.
Cyberpunk 2077. Available November 19th.
I hope the lady with
Yeah, so there will be another one.
yes, did
I,
they
th-
say
I
that?
think they said I'll see you in the next Night City Wire, and then they said there's one more thing, and then they showed that.
Yeah, okay.
So
So
I think
Rise and
we
shine,
sort of
London.
predicted that correctly in the previous Night City Wire, where they were going to do 2 more. We completely misguessed what subject they were going to talk about this time, but I do still think that the final one then would be about post-launch content.
oh yeah.
I think they're saving that for a final
Yeah, that
one.
makes
and that's
way
why
more
they're-
sense to do that. I'm searching for other footage. Oh, why am I like doing full screen? That's not exciting at all. But we can like.
I don't know,
look
man. The people appreciate it.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. It's not like that. Okay, we can like have the gameplay in the background. It's 4K now, so it should look even prettier. What were your takeaways? The show's over. Your kind of disappointing, says anonymous hacker. I was kind of going into this already expecting less than the last episode. I just felt that the topics were not that exciting. Although I think the vehicle topic, they showed that with the gameplay that we're seeing here as cool as possible, but the sort of styles was not that exciting, I think.
No, I agree. I also think that's because I imagined there being a lot more new stuff with styles. And instead it was, like you said, it's a lot of footage from old trailers and some artwork we've already seen circulate on the internet. So that wasn't really that exciting. And it also makes me wonder if they're gonna just stick to those 4 things, or if those are like the 4 main styles, but that there
Yeah.
will be things that alternate from that. Because I
think
can't
so,
see it.
because there are
Yeah.
gang-specific things, like from the Tiger Gang and stuff like that already look like sort of Japanese style.
Yeah, they even had like the weird masks that they wore, like the Oni, or not Oni mask, but the warrior mask that you also see in Ghost. So that's really cool.
Yeah, for sure.
What did I also agree with you. Like I think I'm not really disappointed because my expectations for this one were a little bit lower than the other ones. But what I do think is a bit disappointing is they've talked a lot about how you can use cyberware to customize your character, and we did get a little peek at character creation. But like we saw some characters with like sort of like a red plate in the face, almost like a sort of Ninja Turtle mask. But that is cyberware. Chrome arms, gold arms, all cool stuff like that. can we do that ourselves as well, or is that limited? How is that going to work? And I felt like this would have been the perfect opportunity to show that off instead of, the clothing styles we sort of already knew about.
Yeah.
But we didn't really see a lot of that, and
To be
that
fair
I
though,
do think was a bit
with with
disappointing.
with the styles, I do feel though that we knew about that. Like we, as someone who was going through the art book or like stuff on Reddit and on Twitter, we knew about this stuff. But if you were just following their YouTube channel, this would be the first time that you actually saw these styles. I still think that it would have been awesomer if like was more gameplay for that part. But
Yeah.
for the vehicles, like I knew there were vehicles in this game, but that they spend so much time like building on it, like that's pretty nuts. Like there are so much different vehicles, and you can really, play this a little bit as a driving game if you want in a way, which is quite cool.
And I think from the sound of it, like some of them will be a serious like time or money investment to get, and I think that's also sort of cool that you have, because of course in The Witcher you had Roach, who was your trusty companion, and that's cool. But it's almost sort of like a way to show off, even if it's a single player game. Like if you manage to get one of those really expensive cars, I can imagine just when you get that and you just drive through the city, you're just cruising through Night City, it's gonna feel really good because you know you spent a lot of work and a lot of time in the game to just get something like that. So that they're sort of their own reward. And I think the stats, unless you're really focused on racing, which is also something we sort of knew about because it's been hinted at, but now it's been confirmed, which I think is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's another thing you can do. And if they do spend a lot of time on not just the sound and the design, but also the gameplay mechanics, I think that can be a really fun added part to the game. Like you said, who doesn't like Mario Kart but with guns instead of the stupid bananas and turtle
Yeah.
shells?
I'm
I
just
think that could be
always
really cool.
for sort of little activities that even if you still want to play the same game, but you're like kind of over the regular gameplay, you want to do something else, but still be in that world. Like I think this racing is actually pretty cool. I actually have the new appearance window here, so they totally upgraded it. We have voice tone as well, which is interesting. Hairstyle, eyes, scroll. So, like, look how small the bar is. Like, you can really scroll down a lot. There's really a ton here, so that's pretty cool. I think overall we said kind of everything that had to be said. I think for the amount of stuff that they showed. Still looking very forward to it. I am now in a sort of thing though where after the Valhalla blowout, I'm even more like, how the heck are we going to do making videos about this game and Valhalla? Like, there's so much content in both, and
you can donate us caffeine by joining the channel as a member.
Yes, please. Although that would only get us that far. No, I think the tactic, as I said before, will really be just playing a ton of Valhalla before we get our hands on Cyberpunk, and then
But I'm crazy excited about both, and even more like this week to me. I don't know about you, but this week it sort of felt like an early Christmas. We got the PlayStation dashboard revealed today.
Oh, yeah.
We got this today. We got the Valhalla gameplay yesterday. We got a lot of new info on Miles. Ghost of Tsushima Legends dropping tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
Like
that feels
you
kind
talked
of like the
about
first
November being
release.
busy.
Yeah. This is already like a nice taste of what is to come. But can't wait to cover it all here. Thanks as always everyone for watching and checking the live stream out on the JorRaptor channel. Subscribe, of course, if you haven't already, and follow on Twitch. And we will see you in the next video. Well, we don't really know the stream tomorrow, right? With Ghost of Tsushima, we want to have the video up first, so we will be kind of going from there. But would be nice to kind of stream that as well. So, that only if it makes sense for the amount of time that we have. But thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for the mods, of course, for keeping everyone on the same page. But I think everyone behaved, luckily, so that's cool to see. And that was a fun one. Thanks, Dennis, as always. And
no problem at all.
I'm happy that the internet did not go out, so that was a win.
Happy
A win.
Well.
Thanks everyone for watching, and November is close. We're 1 month away from all these exciting games and next gen. It's insane. But tomorrow, the Ghost of Tsushima update, and I also can't wait for that. Goodbye.